can start, Mohan.
Yeah.
And then go ahead and start recording.
Yeah, I have started.
Dinakar.
Okay. So Dinakar, are you actually uploading this into the COE folder?
Yes, I
No.
did yesterday.
Okay.
Ashok, this will be available, but who are all for in the meeting, right? In their
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm checking. So is there a way to upload this into a folder and save it?
but I don't know whether we can download it or not from that. I'm not
You
sure.
Yeah, I'm not able to. What I am thinking is maybe the person who recorded may have that
person
access.
records can do it. I've done it, Ashok.
Yes.
And you
Yeah.
can download the MP4.
Yeah. So if Dinakar is recording, I think he should be able to download and upload into the folder.
So Vamsi, he's already doing it. There is a KT repository on SharePoint, NVC SharePoint, as well as Teams. So we are going to download and upload it
Okay.
there.
Okay. I think Dinakar recorded yesterday, so just make
Yes,
sure.
he's done that. Yeah,
Okay,
yesterday's recording is available.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
But good question, Ashok.
Sure.
Yeah, we can start, Mohan.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and good evening for the onshore teams. And yesterday we have discussed security field defaulting on the release and release date defaulting. So these are the two things we have covered yesterday. And today we'll be seeing this edit, cancel, and revive on clone release. And this submit all for approval. So where we have multiple objects, the child of release, and we have some title. So we are submitting all together. So probably we'll come to this submit all for approval once we go through all the RF material, video versions, and VBOMs. Yeah. Now we'll go to edit, cancel, and revive. So here we can see we have the release, and top we have the custom buttons. So which is submit all for approval, clone release, edit release, and cancel and revive release. So all these buttons are created, quick action buttons which are invoking the Lightning Aura components. And each and every button has its own functionality. So basically the clone, why we are going for the custom button here is like, see, now I am cloning the release. You can see I am cloning the CDN territory. I mean the release which is belongs to the Canada. By default, it will be cloned to the US territory. So I cannot create the duplicate release for the Canada. So if I'm cloning, either it should be to US or from US, it can be to the Canada. So in this clone release, we are making this one as a default and makes this one uneditable. Okay. We have other fields here like sync dates. So once we click on sync dates, the dates between these two releases will be synced all together. And we have some consideration as well. Let me show you that as well. So now I am cloning from Canadian release to US release. So I'll be clicking on save. Yeah.
So in the cloning, why I see another title?
So I didn't get it.
Okay, can you click on clone release one more time?
Yeah.
So what is the title information? It says search title. What is the functionality for a search title?
Yeah, basically we can clone the title as well. I mean the title on the previous release, which can be cloned as well. But if the user needs to change it, yeah, they can change it. And there is still enhancement is going on this clone release. There are some enhancements are going on. Like what are the things we can change?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Ashok, it's like when we clone a release from US territory, we can create only the CDN territory release. In that, so some of the fields are marked out where we cannot change those, and the rest all we can update. The title is blank because the user can select the same title, or if he need to change for the different title, yes, he can change for that. That's why those are blank.
Okay. John, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Ashok, but technically what I have learned from the old release force is that when you clone the CD and release, if it is the same if it's the same US release and that's the same CDN release, then the title usually doesn't change because that's what you are going to do, right? You're going to have the same title between US as well as in Canada. So why would someone would change the title
Okay.
when they clone the release?
Yeah,
That's what-
Nishit, in the world release force, okay, we are creating a new release for the different territory. Here it's not like we are only creating for the different territory. Here we are creating, we are cloning a data to create a new release for a different territory. For the new release, yeah, we are giving an option to the user so that he can change the other title details if we need to change the state date and all. Okay, and there are another two enhancements are there which are in development. Okay, once that is done, maybe you will get a clear picture on the Glow release.
Yeah, the what is confusing is if you see Vamsi, there is a disk stick date. Okay, that I am so that is a state date, right? A state date of your release and assuming it is tied to a title. So why would they allow to select another title? Maybe you know, I know it is work in progress. Yeah, if you get more clarity, you can let us know.
Yeah, sure. Once those two stories are completed, then we will get the clarity. And again, when
one thing I just want to, you know, John, we had a question yesterday. Remember, actually, why would someone create a release without a title, right? So the answer is there is something like a multi-title, you know, so we can have a release for a single title. We can have a release for multi-title. So whenever we have release for multi-title, we will have multiple video version for the release, but the release doesn't tie to any titles.
okay, it's not multiple video versions. Okay, it may be the multiple video versions, but the material is related to multiple titles. Ashok.
Multiple titles, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
So
a
that's
VBOK.
what Michelle said. So whenever we are there, the use case for creating a release without a title is if that release has multi-title. If it is a single title, they will associate at the release level. So in short, Nishit, we are going to see releases with no title.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So now we have cloned the release. So you can see here, right, the release from where we have cloned. So the particular release will get stamped here. Yeah. So this is the release which is been cloned, and the sync will be between these two releases. So probably what I'm trying to say here is like, now I am cloning. Sorry, 1 minute, just missed out. Yeah. So from the CA territory, this is a release for the CA from the CA territory. I have cloned to US territory. Now you can see the lookup here, the sync release. So which is nothing but the release which has been created now. This is the release which has been cloned. This value will get populated on the release sync, and here the one which we have cloned, from where we have cloned, that value will get populated. Now if I'm cloning the release again here, so the release what I'm going to create here, this release will get stamped here, and the RELCA write US will get stamped here instead of this releasing. So always the sync, whenever we are clicking the sync dates, so the sync between only two release. So and the link between the previous one will get breaked. And one more thing, like always the date will flow from the US territory to the CA territory, and it won't go. I mean, if you're updating any dates on this Canadian territory, it won't get reflected on the US territory. So that is how this is the clone functionality and how the sync dates dates are working.
Yeah. To make it simple, we can clone any release from any territory to other one. but the dates can be synced from the US to the CDN only, but not from the CDN to US if any updates are happening on the dates. And on the release sync, okay, it is linked with the release from where we are cloning from. And the release name will be auto-populated as per the clone. Okay, if you are cloning from US to CDN, yeah, the release will be appended with the CDN. And if we are doing from CDN to US, the name will be appended with the CDN, which territory we are going to create, the future territory. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So are we cloning? Is it like a deep cloning? Are we cloning anything besides the dates and the title, or meaning if we have materials, are we cloning the materials?
No, as of now, we are not cloning the materials. So now we are seeing on the screen, right? Only these fields we are cloning, and in the recent
Got it.
announcement, we are cloning all the dates as well. So which are not in the screen, which are not in this component, but we are taking all the date fields from the cloned release. I mean the parent release. From here, what are the fields we are having? All those things we can. I mean we are.
So this is the cloned record, right? This is the cloned one.
Yes, correct.
Okay, well, why actually the brand group is missing? Why it is not cloning the brand group from the release?
Okay, Ashok, the brand group, these details are coming from the title and the deal. The title is blank here. It's not the data just cloned from the release.
Okay.
You got it right.
So can you go back to the release you cloned from? Does it have the brand group?
Yeah, it
Yes.
has.
Okay. And this one, are you saying there is no release associated?
No title associated.
No title.
No title. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And so this is how the clone functionality
But
works.
in this case, don't you think it makes more sense to, yeah, they can change it, but while they're cloning it, it should still default the title.
Nishit, there are another 2 enhancements out there in the clone. So
Okay.
once that is completed, we'll have a lot of functionalities on the clone release.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Mohan, for the
Yeah.
edit release.
Yeah, we have the edit release. Similarly, again, it have the Aura component. Here also the same thing, like we are allowing users to edit only the particular fields, what the user can edit and what they should not edit. So basically, the thing is
Okay.
like here we have
Uh,
read-only fields for the brand users.
Yeah, okay. Generally for the brand user and the other users, all these fields are read only on the layout. Only we are using this edit release to allow the user to edit some specific fields, not all the fields. As Mohan is logged as a system admin, so we are able to see all as a edit fields. But for the brand user, we are not giving access to update all the fields on the release. It's most of the fields are getting auto populated. Only limited fields can be edited by the brand user. So that's why we had created a edit release button. There we are specifying the detail fields where the user can update.
Yeah.
So the other dates, that's all in the draft status. Only they can update the all other dates. But once the status is updated, they cannot update all the other dates except the street date and the theoretical release dates.
Can you
So
repeat
for
again?
this, we created this edit release.
Can you repeat again? Sorry, can you repeat that?
Okay. See, for as Mohan is login as a system admin user now, he is able to see all the fields are updated on the back on the layout. Okay, but edit release functionality that has been created for the brand users where they can edit only the limited number of fields. So to limit those fields, we had created this edit release window where we are giving only the limited fields that the user can update. So he cannot update all the fields which are on the layout.
Okay.
You got my point?
So so as a brand group, you can only update any dates or any related information until the JV status is draft. Correct?
Draft status, yes.
Okay.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
only they can update the key dates. Yesterday we discussed these two other key dates, street date as well as the theoretical release date. So
Yeah.
because the other date fields are getting derived based on these two date fields.
Certain.
So only these things we are allowing the brand users to edit it.
Okay. So what happens if I understand? So if the status on the JV status becomes processed or whatever the other status is, can they still update the theatrical date or the disc street date or no?
No, actually, see, that's there. We have four different statuses are there: draft, requested, and then live, and as well as the changes pending. Okay, once it is gone live, and if a user need to do any updates on the release, that status will be changed to changes pending, and a task will be created for this. So with that task, the user can update from the task. Okay, if you see here, we have very limited fields like draft, requested, live, changes pending, cancellation pending, and the cancel. Okay, in the draft, user can edit any of the fields. And when it is gone to the requested means that has been submitted for the approval. So it will be on the requested status. So at that time, user cannot change anything. And then next status will be the live or changes pending. If we need to change anything, if we requested anything, then the status will be changed to changes pending and a task will be created. Okay, that task should be updated. Yeah, that change task functionality. Yeah, once this is done, we can explain you about the change task functionality. The change task functionality is there in all the objects like release, material, video version, and all of them. It's a global functionality. We can use that. Okay, and cancellation pending. We have a cancel release button is there where we can cancel this release. When we cancel before the approvals, the status will be there, the cancellation pending. Okay, and we have this cancel. Once once it is a cancellation pending, then a task will be created and the task can be approved. Okay, once the task is complete, status is changed to completed, then the release will be cancelled. And there is an internal status is there where this release not belongs to the JV. It's only for the universal.
So again, so what are all the fields that JV would use? And in that case, even if any status is there, you can still change those dates. Can you tell me what are those actually?
Sorry, can I come back?
Yeah, so you have all these fields, right? The theatrical, street date, and everything. So what
Yes.
are all the fields that JV would utilize? And so that you can once the JV status becomes other than the draft, the user is not able to update those dates. And what are the dates that JV does not utilize and user can really update by themselves, which is based upon the calculation, right? And it's not being utilized on the JV side. Can you tell me
Yeah.
what are those fields?
Yeah, you can get those all the details when we are discussing with the submit all for approval. So the next status on the JV statuses that will be updated on the submit all for approval buttons. Okay, so you will get all those details when we're discussing on the submit all for approval. Okay.
So Vamsi, for brand user and all other profiles except system admin, this layout is always locked, each and every field in the layout.
Yeah, almost all the fields are locked, Dinakar. We have to use only the action buttons which are there on the top.
So even if I log in as an admin and I'm testing some functionality, if I try to update a field directly on the layout, the logics will not fire.
No, the logics will fire. If you are with the system admin, the logics will fire. There is no restriction on the logics for that. But for the users, that is almost all the screen is locked for the users. They have to use only the action buttons.
Okay. So the release save logics are written both in the Aura component of the edit release and in the trigger as well, right?
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Mohan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nishit, you will get a clarification once we start discussing on the submit all for approval. Actually, that's a big topic: submit all for approval and partial submit under this one. You will get all those clarity there. Okay. Let Mohan complete this one. We can discuss that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So This is the edit release. So actually the brand user, see, once they can submit, like once they submit, it will become requested. After requested, it will become live, and after that they can allow to change these fields. But if they change, we are tracking, as Amsi said, and the status will get updated to changes pending. We will see the change task in a moment. Okay, so this is why this is how the edit release functionality works, and we have the cancel release. So we need to I mean, again, this is our component. We'll be getting the reason for the cancellation. So
Is the cancellation possible only when it is in draft mode?
no. So
Go ahead.
when it, yeah, when it is in cancel, so the cancellation is possible, draft, requested, live, and changes pending. Now already the release is cancelled. I mean, the cancellation pending. Basically, the user is not allowed to cancel. The JV has to approve. Finally cancelled. Okay, now see, it is already the cancellation pending. I am again canceling it. So actually the user has to get error.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Maybe it is not working for the system admin.
No, actually all these buttons, they are having the enhancement. See,
Okay.
we have cancel button, right? See, for draft, we have the requirement like to delete this release. Okay, so when the release is draft, if you are canceling the release, then the release will get cancelled. When it is requested live or changes pending, that moment if you are canceling, the status will move to cancellation pending, and they will approve, and finally it will get approved to cancel. So this one I will show in the video versions. The error message will be getting for the cancellation pending and the cancelled. So if we are in these two status, we have to get error like yeah, it's already been requested for the cancellation pending, and or it's been already cancelled, we cannot cancel again.
Okay.
Mohan, I have a question here. So the cancellation, final cancellation from the JV is not going to be deleting any record, right?
Yeah, it cannot, it won't be deleted.
So can these be revived?
Yeah, it can be revived. So we have the revive release button is there. So once this is revived, so again we have the revival reason. We need to give the reason here, and we can request for the revival. So you can see here it's getting updated to changes pending, and the corresponding task will get created, and the JV will get to know why they are asking for their revival. Now it is in changes pending. I am trying to revive it. You will be getting error message. It's a changes pending. You cannot. I mean, we can revive. We are allowed to revive only the cancelled or cancellation pending release, not other releases, because it is already in progress. I mean, it's in the yeah.
Mohan, who is JV here?
Joint venture.
Joint venture.
So Dinakar, yesterday I explained, right? So
Yes.
NBC Universal has signed up a contract with the Warner Brothers, and combinedly together, you know, they created what is called a joint venture, right? So joint venture is both companies actually working together towards a common goal. So we signed up a joint venture, meaning the fulfillment for part of the physical materials that will be done through the joint venture organization, which is a combination of people working from both NBC and Warner Brothers.
So we have a profile created for such users?
Yes, we have JV profile.
So is that like the old master data profile?
No, this is just for integration. So JV considered like an API. Okay. So the JV profile, they never log into Salesforce. They only come and grab data through Informatica, or we are sending data through TIBCO. Only two possibilities.
Okay, so the old master data is still there.
Still there, yeah.
So release cancellation pending to actually cancelled is done by the master data itself. Who will do the approval?
Vamsi, I don't know the answer. Vamsi Mohan.
So
Yeah,
From cancellation of
good.
release, pending cancellation to actually cancelled, who is going to approve that?
yeah, Dinakar. So actually, whenever the cancellation pending happens, so we'll be creating the change task. So all the change tasks. So what are the changes happening in the release from the UPG team will be observed by the JV team. So through the task which has been created. So they will see the cancellation pending task. So once they complete that task, so it will get cancelled here.
So you mean actually, Vamsi, that there is no more master data approval?
No. The master data approval is there, Ashok. Okay. Here the release are two types. One is where we are using only for the internal purpose, and one is using for the on the joint venture. Okay. For the internal purpose, yes, master data is going to do, and for the joint venture, we'll get the details from the JV. Right? Their development is still in progress. So for now, master data is only doing this activity every day in the production. Like Rebecca and Quran, they are doing the activity.
So
Closing of all
basically,
tasks.
the master data people go to the task and then they actually they close out the task. That's what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, they close the task. See, for each and every update which is happening on the release, there will be a task created. Mohan, can you show the task activities?
Yeah, Vamsi, I have.
So
No,
there
no,
is
Okay.
in
no
the
approval
release
process
itself.
anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, not here.
1 minute.
So it's Vamsi, it's kind of a queue, right? That it's assigned. It's the task is assigned to a specific queue, and whoever is available, they will approve or reject the task, and then they will update the status, right? That's what you're saying.
No, but the queue, the process is not there, Nishit, with us. Okay, the task will be created, that will be there on the release, and there will be a notification. There will be notification for them. Every day they have to check the task and they have to close. Okay, that's we don't know actually how they are managing that one. That is a totally integration process. That is in development is in progress and from the JV side. That's not from our side. From our side, as of now, a master data is closing all the tasks. Once the tasks in the particular release is all the tasks are closed, then the release will be go live. Okay, for every detailed change which are mentioned which are mentioned there in one of the custom metadata, for every change for the particular field, there will be a task created. Okay.
Okay.
And if the release need to go to live, all the tasks has to be closed. And the tasks are two types. One is just for information, and the other one is with the status not started. Not started means that is not yet picked by the approver. Once the approver pick the task and once he complete the task, then the status in this release will be updated
And the
to live.
yeah, and the approval is still the JV, right? Not our team, correct?
That releases are dependent. Not all the releases are only with JV. Some releases are there which are internal for us only.
Okay. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. The one that are dependent on JV, they will pick up those change tasks, and those tasks will be approved by the JV team via integration, and that will update the JV status on the release, correct?
Yes, right. You are right.
So
Yeah.
this JV team is going to only pick up the tasks, not the releases, right, Vamsi?
No, they are not going to pick up the releases. They are going to pick up the tasks and they will check the tasks and they will close them.
Okay, how do we differentiate between these internal releases and JV releases? Is that a separate record type or just
Okay,
some
the
simplicity?
JV status will be internal. If it is internal, that is belongs to our releases, and for the rest all the statuses that is belongs to both JV and Universal Studios.
So when will this become
Actually,
internal?
yeah, okay.
Uh,
Actually, I can answer that. Oh, Vamsi, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, go ahead, Ashok. Go ahead, Ashok.
Okay. So there is nothing called the internal universal only release. Okay. So what that means, the JV, if you remember the wording I used, the joint venture is only for the releases that are actually physical. Okay, only for the physical ship, the fulfillment, right? Now, say for example, there is something called a release format. If you look at in the information section, there is a release format. If you click on that, there is a physical and digital, physical only, digital only. Let us say actually they create a release with the physical and digital. Okay, now later they decide no, it is only digital, no more physical. That means we don't need to send this release to JV. It is only internal. So if someone change a release from physical and digital into physical only, the system will automatically change. That can be done again. The release format can be done only if it is in the draft status, and from draft status it will move the status into internal. Okay, so if it is digital only, if you change it to digital only, it will change the status to internal. That means you don't need to send this release to JV
for any approvals.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mohan.
If it is physical, then yes, you need to send it to JV.
And physical
So
and digital
that means,
as well?
Sorry,
sorry,
Nishit?
Physical and digital as well?
Yes, physical and digital, physical only, both needs to go to JV.
Okay.
Yeah.
so if the status changes to internal, that means none of the changes on release will create a task.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll come to that point next slide. See, whenever we are having the status as draft, if you are modifying any of the field, the change task won't get created. So when this release is moved to live, then you are updating any of the fields, then automatically the status will go to changes pending and the task has been created. So you can see right here the task which has been created. So I have changed the discarded due date, and from the old value null to new value it's been updated. So this is a task which has been created, and I'll say what are the consideration for this task. I mean how it has been implemented and how we can achieve for all other steps. So actually for task we are using the task object, which is a standard object. And here in this task object, we have created a new record type and a new layout and some new fields. So to be tracked here. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinikar, we have this field history tracking, which is from the Salesforce standard, right? So there is a limit is there where we can have only the 20 fields for the field history tracking. So we need to extend that one, and we need to achieve the approvals from the JV thing, get the information to achieve. For both the things, we had created a new functionality, which is a change task. Okay, what are the changes happening in the object? Those changes can be tracked, and what are all, how we can change, what should be tracked. Okay, there is a custom setting, field change track custom setting is there. We have to specify the values there. Okay, what are the fields need to be tracked? This is the field change tracking. And here we have to specify on which object, what are the fields should be tracked. And when they are tracking, the field is just for the information, or the field is for the approval from the JV or something. And what is the status field to be updated when it is going to change, and what is the field to be tracked, and the object. Okay, this change tag is a dynamic component, dynamic functionality which we had implemented, and this change tracking can be used for any of the object in our arc. For now in RF Mercury, we are using for almost all the objects like release, material, video version, VBOM item, material sales arc, language, and we have material components, RF BOM item, and RF BOM headers. All these 7 objects we are using for now. We
So
can
this
extend
is,
this functionality also.
yeah, this is basically unlimited field tracking, but just a FYI, Vamsi, we had a shield, which means it is not just the 20 fields we can track. We can originally we can track up to 60, but recently we extended that up to 100. Okay,
Yeah.
and now only caveat with this design, even though yeah it can support any object. In the long run, actually number of tasks, the records will be like millions, even it can run into billions. So we need to be, careful with the data queue. We will talk about that offline. I don't want to confuse now. Yeah, let's move forward. Let's limit this functionality to Mercury release force.
Yeah, and we have another one also, like Ashok, we cannot track the long text fields and we cannot track the
Yes.
lookup fields of on the
Correct.
standard functionality.
Yeah,
So
that is
we
the
are
limitation on the activity. Yeah.
yeah, that we added here as well. We can track those fields also if it is required.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Mohan.
So actually, these are the consideration we made, and we added the informational value to the status, and we have added the change task value. I mean, it's a pick list value, informational also pick list value. So these two pick list values have been added to the corresponding the field in the task. Okay, and yeah, so how we need to implement this is like, see which object you need to be tracked. We need to just insert a record in the custom metadata. Which status, I mean, which field needs to be tracked, and what is the status field on that particular object. So we need to describe the API name of that, and what is the status value, like if it is a not draft, I mean, status other than draft will be tracked. If it is in draft, it won't be tracked. And so we have what kind of task we need to create for that particular field, whether it's not started and informational. Not started means we need some processing from the JV. Informational means there is nothing required on that. So like these are the fields on the custom metadata object. I mean, these are the record names. What kind of task, whether we are going to create the not started task or the informational task, what is the status value. So we'll be creating the non-draft. Not draft means, so if it is a requested or live or changes pending, if you're updating any of the values on the particular record, then the task will get created. If it is a draft, then this corresponding, if you're updating the case type on the material object, yeah, the change task won't be created if the status is on draft. Okay, so just what we can do if you are going to implement, I mean, if you are going to track any new field for any new object, just create the custom metadata for that object, describe the which field you need to track, and status field. So the status field on that particular object. So the API name of the field needs to be described there, and in which status value we need to be tracked, and what kind of task, whether you need informational task or not started task, just describe here, and just call this method from after update trigger. So you'll be getting the task created for your field. So you can just see the code snippet how it's been called. This is the sales or language object. Just we are calling the we are passing the new scope and the old map scope to this change task helper class. So which will create the change, I mean, which will create the task. Similarly, for the video version, we have just a one line. We can simply call this method, and the task will be get done. So what happens, the difference between the informational task and not started task. So if it is a informational, I mean, if you're creating the change task tracking for the any field, which is for the informational, there is no, we are not changing anything on the object, particularly from where it is being changed. Only the task will be created with the status value says that it's informational. But if it is not started task, when there is the particular field. So for example, there is a case type field. I am changing the case type value in the material object. So what happens here is like the status of the record will get changed to changes pending. The record of the object, I mean the record for that, sorry, the status of the object record will get changes updated to changes pending. Now after that, the task which has been created, either it will become live or changes pending. It will become live if the task is completed. So probably this is happened by the integration team. So once they complete the task, once they process the task, it will go back to live. Else it will remain in the changes pending. So you can see here, this is our object and the status is live here. I'm changing the special version field. Okay. So once the special version field is changed, the task is created. You can see the old values standard edition and new values remastered. So here is the new values remastered. So the task has been created here. And what kind of task it is? This is a not started task. So not started task means, as we discussed, we need to update the status of this instigating object, which means which object we have changed, the parent record needs to be updated. So we are updating the status to changes pending. Okay, and they will take this task, they will process it. So once they process it, it will get updated. So
yeah, this is task. Go to next slide.
Okay. Hey, can I ask you before we move? Can I ask you another
Yeah.
question?
Yeah.
Mohan? So let's say I updated the disk weight to 1/1/2021, right? And and we are tracking that change task not started. Okay. Now let's say I changed again from 1/1/2020 to 2/1/2020, but
yeah,
it's going to create a different task and close the first task, or
Yeah,
or
the same. Okay, Nishit, if we are update, if there is already a task which is in progress on the same field, and again the field is updated, the old task will be marked as closed, and new task will be created on behalf of that.
Okay,
yeah.
but it's a trigger based that will do that, or it's
It's a trigger base. It's a trigger base. It will
Yeah.
trigger automatically. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Mohan.
Nish. So now you have seen, right? It's updated from standard edition to remastered. So we have created that task and the JV status is changes pending. So it won't become live unless this particular task is being completed. The status of the, I mean, we need to process this task. So once it's processed, then only it will become live. Unless until it will be changes pending. Now, your question is like, I'm changing this from remaster to some other value like special edition. So in this case, what happens? The previously created task. So the status of this task will get cancelled and no one will pick up this the existing task because they will take only the recently updated value. So everything is taken care by this particular class, which will dynamically update for all the objects. I mean, for all the records which is being tracked. So for only for the special version field, there will be only one active task will be there. We won't be having multiple active tasks. If it is so, then what will happen? The existing will get cancelled, and the one we change now will be having the status as not started. So probably, I mean, the JV will take only the task where the status is not started. They won't take cancelled or anything.
So on every update, on any field update of these objects, we will first check the list of tasks and see if there is an open task for that field change.
Yes, correct.
Only then we will create a new task.
No.
No, we don't
If
want
you
to
change-
see Dinakar. You can go ahead and create the tasks. There is no issue on that. You can create multiple tasks. Okay. There per record can have the multiple tasks which are still open, which are still not started. Okay. Only the thing is, for if we need to make the move the JV status to live, you cannot do directly. We have to complete all the tasks which are in not started status. Then the parent object status will be moved to live. Still the time it will be in changes pending only.
So Vamsi, if I understand this correctly, so this is more like this is changed and now JV has to pull this.
Yes, they are pulling these tasks and they will check and they will update whether they can cancel that one or they can complete that one.
So then that means that this is not like for a normal user to see, like for audit tracking or history tracking, how we have the normal users. It is for the
Okay.
normal end users. This one is more like for the integration to know that something has changed, you need to pull it.
No, the normal user can see all the tasks, but they cannot update the tasks. That task update can be done by the approvers only, but normal users can see the tasks to check whether what are the fields are.
Okay.
So yeah, so for this case, you can see the process and process date is not there and status is not started. So once the JV pickups, so they will process it. So the process field and the process date will get updated and the status will go to completed. So once this status will go to completed, yeah, the JV status again become live. But one consideration here is like, see, as of now, we are discussing about only one field. So assume that we are having the multiple field change and we are having multiple tasks. For special edition, we have one task, format, we have one task. So if you are having two tasks, so all the two tasks must be completed by the JV, then only it will move to live. If one is only the special version task is getting completed and the format is not getting completed, then it won't move to live. It will still remains in the changes pending. Okay. So yeah, any questions here on the change?
So if the same field is changed multiple times, then the old task, the first task will get cancelled out and a new task will get created.
Yes, correct.
That's correct, right?
Yeah, correct.
Then what will be the old value in that new task? Will it be the value that we first changed or will it be the value that is latestly changed?
Yeah, here one thing you can understand, like, see, now we have the old value as standard edition, new value as remastered. Okay. So this status, it's not known by the JV. They have updated this one. They didn't know that this has been updated. Okay. Now we have updated from remaster to special edition. So only this task they can pick up. I mean, they wanted only the new value. Okay. From what it has been updated from what is the old value and what is the new value. So if you are updating to special edition, the old value will be the remastered and the new value will be the special edition. So they will just see that one. So the latest change only they can see, but they cannot see the older tasks. They won't pick up the older task which has been created.
So the old task status will be marked as complete?
It will be marked as cancelled.
Cancelled. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is the same. Sorry, Ipsila.
Yeah, go ahead. Then.
This is the same case with information tasks as well?
Yes. For informational also the same thing.
Okay.
But if the informational task, if the status is informational, the JV won't pick up the particular task. I mean, yeah, they won't pick up those tasks.
So information tasks is not for JV, right? It's just for tracking purpose.
Actually, it's for JV only, but there is nothing to do with that informational task. So just we are letting know that we are just changing, and they are not going to process it. We are not going to do anything with the informational task. Not getting my point, right? Hello? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Mohan, if you go back to that screen, I think I'm not clear with that change in status. So what you're trying, what the question that Dinakar also raised is that if the previous values say standard edition, new one is requested and the user goes ahead and changes. So this is not picked by JV. And before it is picked, user goes ahead and changes something to XYZ say. So will the old value be standard edition or will it be
remastered.
remastered?
Yeah, old value will be remastered.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please. Thanks.
Yeah. So this is how the change task will be worked, and it's for all the objects. So what are the fields needs to be tracked? Just we need to insert in the custom metadata.
So, Mohan, even for RF material and bomb header, bomb item, that's also get picked up by JV, or only the release one has been picked up by JV, the change task?
All this. So we have the status like JV status on the material and bomb address and video versions, V-bombs, bomb items. So
Okay.
everything will be picked up by the JV.
Oh, okay. So okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is how the change task works.
Good work. Okay. And
Yeah.
informational, when you create an informational task, it is automatically closed, or it is always opened in a closed status only?
No, it will remain as it always the information. It will
Okay.
be
And
fixed.
we do not have to do anything on those
Yes,
tasks.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And yeah. Oh, the digital release creation is pending, but if Saurabh is taking care because we didn't work much on this digital release creation. It's
Yeah.
Digital release creation, Nishi, guys. Maybe at the end of the session, we'll plan to this one. I think you guys had got some of the information about the digital release, right?
Yeah, we
DCF.
already got, yeah, correct. Yeah, we already got the KT for digital release.
Yeah. Only the thing that we need to explain how it is singing from the release on
Yeah.
some date. Okay. Only some points. Yeah, that we can take at the end of the session. This KT session. And for now, from the release side, we had completed this security fields, release date defaulting, edit, cancel, revive, clone release, and
Okay.
additionally that change task part. And this
Okay.
submit all for approval and submit materials, submit video versions. Yeah, this is actually that's a total separate part, and it's a big topic to discuss about that. So for getting the detailed discussion, we need to make a separate session for that. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll plan that one on a separate session.
Okay,
Okay.
but actually
And
consider we can start doing that tomorrow, right, Vamsi? Because we have a KT session tomorrow as well.
yeah, tomorrow maybe not the submit. Okay, to understand the submit functionality, you need to understand the whole logics from the material, video version, VBOM items and all. So tomorrow we may go with the video versions or RF material logic.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Once you understand the system, if we can give the overview of the submit all at the end, you can understand very well about the submit all and submit all partially. Okay, submit is not just all the approvals, and there is a submit partially is also there. We can submit only the materials, we can submit only the video versions, or we can submit everything from the release. Like there are 3 different parts are there. For that, you need to understand all so that this whole topic can be understood very easily.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Yeah. In a tomorrow session, we can start working on looking into the video versions, RF video versions, and BBOM items.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks for this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.